Hi everyone. So in this free training, really, what we're going to cover is how to produce a really good, polished, optimized LinkedIn profile to generate leads from. So the upshot of this is, once you've done this, there are some stages that need to be completed after, but this is the first kind of stage of it. But you should easily be able to generate 3 to 5 high quality, warm appointments by following this process and this strategy through LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a goldmine at the minute, so there's the right people on there. I know a lot of people that I speak to kind of look at LinkedIn as a bit of a waste of time, really. I think it's just kind of just people chatting a load of crap about themselves constantly, and it can be often the case with a lot of guys I speak to. I speak to obviously a lot of mortgage brokers and financial service firms, and they've just got their only connections are other people in the industry, which are never going to buy from them. So they think that they've never had anything from it. So they think that that's kind of the only way to do it. But if you do it in this strategic way and build your audience with the right people, then it can be really profitable. Myself and my clients, we're generating 3 to 5 per week, decent quality appointments by following this process. So it is worth the investment, really, in putting some time and effort into your profile and filling it up with the right people and talking the right language, talking about the pains and the problems of your most ideal client. But obviously the first step in that process is to establish who your ideal client is. And once you've done that, we can then structure your profile around your ideal client and fill it up with your ideal client using things like Sales Navigator, which has got a really powerful search on there. So you can really drill down and get specific as to who you want to fill your profile up with and build your audience of. And then once we've done that, we use a piece of software which will just automatically connect with your ideal client kind of on an automated basis. And that'll also bypass, because there's a limit to LinkedIn to how many you can manually add. And it's like 100 a week, but this will bypass that, and you can add up to like 500 a week, which just kind of expedites the process in terms of building up your profile with the right people. So, and then obviously we cover a LinkedIn content strategy as to what to post and when. So there's different stages that need to be complete. Today, for this session, we're just going to focus on the first part, which is optimizing the profile and getting that right. And then if you're interested in learning the rest of the strategy, I'll put a link below where you can sign up to our full program, and you get access to the whole strategy and support with it all to guide you through it all and answer questions and get support if you get stuck with any of it. And we can also obviously connect you to this piece of software, which is really good for just automating the process, really, and buying back your time, which is the thing that we kind of focus on in our programs, is to make things time efficient and use tools that are available to you, because there's a lot of technology available now, especially with the advent of AI and things like ChatGPT, which we're going to show you how to use today to help you build your profile and optimize it and put together some persuasive sales copy and use your profile as a landing page, really. But yeah, that's the whole premise of what we do, is to buy back time, utilize technology, and automate as much of these processes as we can. So let me just get me out of the way here. Just give me a sec. So we're just going to go through this cheat sheet then. So this is available to download, so you get access to this cheat sheet, which will just talk you through everything that we're going to cover in this training session. So let me just make it's even smaller. Okay, so optimizing a high quality LinkedIn profile with ChatGPT. So what we're going to cover then is how to craft a high quality LinkedIn profile. So the elements to establish yourself as an expert authority, and the cheat sheet and frameworks for the profile sales copy with the help of ChatGPT. So to establish credibility and trust in your prospects, then you need to have a clean and professional LinkedIn profile that is niche specific and tailored to them. So it should clearly demonstrate the transformation that you're going to deliver to your niche. So, like I said before, it's about thinking about your LinkedIn profile as more of a landing page rather than a resume. So spending the time to optimize your LinkedIn profile then is arguably more important than the same time spent on your website, because we'll be pushing a lot of organic traffic, a constant stream of traffic of the right people to your LinkedIn profile. We do it all through your personal profile, by the way, not your business page on LinkedIn. So it's all done through your personal profile. There's a lot of things we can do with a personal profile that you can't do with a company page. Like, obviously, connect with people, which is the main kind of activity that we're going to be doing, is building up your profile with thousands of your most ideal clients. So that you're going to be putting yourself in front of them on a consistent basis, talking about things that are relevant to them specifically. So before your prospects accept your connection request then, or shortly after they do, they're likely to browse your profile. So it's essential that we include copy that resonates with them and shows them that we understand their current undesired situation and the problems that they possess, which positions us as a vehicle to achieve their desires and positions us as an expert authority. So, like I said, it's all done through your personal profile rather than a company page. So, obviously, first things first, if you've not already got a LinkedIn profile, you need to sign up for one. So you can do that by clicking this link here, which will take you to LinkedIn, and you just set up a free account with LinkedIn. That's just because I'm logged in; it's just gone straight in. But obviously, if you've not got an account, it'll just come to the home page of LinkedIn where you can set up an account. So that's the first thing, obviously. So as I said before, it's not a company page. I've said it 3 times actually, but it's a LinkedIn profile, not a company profile that we're setting up and we're utilising with this strategy. So once you're signed in, then you need a high quality headshot image. So it needs to be clear and it needs to see your face, and it helps to see like the whites of your eyes as well, and like a warm, inviting smile. It doesn't need to be like a professional looking, polished kind of image. It just needs to be a decent looking image where people can see your face clearly. It's important for people to recognise you, and it builds trust, likability, and familiarity. What also I've found helps is to use the same one across your profiles. So if you've got obviously Facebook and Instagram, it's best to use the same image really, because it just builds that familiarity, like a logo in that sense, that the more people see it, the more it becomes recognisable and familiar, that same image. So I use the same one across all my social media platforms. And so if you've not already got that, then it's worth just getting one taken, getting a friend or a spouse or a relative, anybody to take a picture, or you can do it yourself, just take a selfie on your phone. There's, phones do a decent job these days in terms of producing professional looking, good quality images. Depending on your niche, then you can be suited up or dressing business, or if you're going for a niche that's kind of like contractors, for example, they can be turned off by that corporate looking, like too formal looking. But if you are going for more of a corporate client, then absolutely come kind of suited and booted or wearing business dress. So that's the first thing. Obviously, get that sorted, get a decent looking, professional, clean looking profile image. And after you've done that, the next job is to upload a background header image, which is this thing behind the profile picture. So the best thing for that is just to be something clean, again, professional looking. It doesn't need to have, or it's better not to have loads of kind of salesy text on there. What we're trying to get across here is that we're a professional kind of thought leader rather than a pushy salesman, or salesperson, I should say. That's the thing that it just turns people off when you've got loads of salesy jargon in your header banner, and people will see that they think, I'm just going to get sold to by this person, so I'm not going to connect with them. So yeah, you can use things like obviously Google or Unsplash pixels.com. So if you just click these links and you can just search for something, like I said, I used Skyline, so you could put Skyline. Or if you're in a specific city, you could use, if you're going for like a local niche, say for example, if you're in London, you could use London Skyline. So you just want to find one that fits, that you like. Obviously, it's best to have it in what's it called, on like a landscape mode image rather than a vertical image. So once you've got one, once you've found one, you can just save that. You press download that and download it, and then obviously you just upload it to your header image here. So you click this pencil icon and upload that from your computer, and yeah, and that's the next step done once you've kind of uploaded that. So the next thing then is to use like a value statement in your headline section, and obviously just fill in the profile. Really, it's obviously obvious to fill in your city, your country, current position, etc. So for the headline, then we'd put that. This is what I mean by the headline. This is what I've got here. We help high-ticket financial service firms scale predictably into the digital world so they can earn more, work less, and enjoy life. So obviously that needs to call out your niche. Mine is obviously financial service firms. And so what we need to do, what we can do for this, if we go back to the cheat sheet, we can ask ChatGPT for help with by using these prompts. So if you click that link, it'll pull up this sheet here. So if you're not already sure about the pains and the problems of your market, you can ask ChatGPT to help with that. So obviously you'd edit this bit for. I'm just using the example of a self-employed accountant. So that's the example niche that we're using for this trading. So obviously you just edit that bit to whatever your niche is and your most ideal client. So once you've done that, and then obviously whatever service is that you're offering there when applying for a mortgage, I've got it as I'm using it as an example of a mortgage broker going for, like I say, the self-employed accountants niche. So ChatGPT then, obviously you just go to ChatGPT. I pay for the paid premium version, which is ChatGPT 4. But the default one is fine. It's obviously there are some examples. There are some advantages to ChatGPT 4. It's £20 a month. It depends how much obviously you're going to be using it, but I use it pretty much daily, so it's worth me paying for it because there is some advantages. There's a lot more conciseness to it. There's a lot more ability to use it because the free version it can be too busy and the network just kind of freezes and you can't use it. But with ChatGPT 4 you can use it and whenever you want. It's always available. I think you're limited on the amount of searches that you can use on the free one. So what we're going to ask it then is to give me the 3 top problems self-employed accountants will face when applying for a mortgage. So you can see there it's quick to come up with these problems that niche faces when applying for a mortgage. So once we've got that, we can then find the next prompt, which is, so you just put I like whichever number it's coming up with. So I put number 2. Write 3 LinkedIn taglines for a mortgage broker who helps self-employed accountants, including the number 1, 2 problem that you mentioned. So copy and paste that. Obviously, again, just change the niche. So I'm going for the creditworthiness. Well, mortgage lenders typically rely on credit scores and credit history to assess an application's creditworthiness. Self-employed borrowers may have a harder time to build up the credit history, especially if they're relatively new to self-employment, have not taken up much credit in the past. So we're going to base it on that problem. So it's coming up with 3 taglines there. So we can just pick and choose one of those, or you can ask it for more. You can just say, Thanks. Give me 3 more, please. So there's come up 3 more. So you can find whichever you like, and then just obviously copy and paste. Copy the one you like, and you just click the pencil icon and add that to your headline there. Just paste it in there. So that's the first thing, the next thing done. So go back to the cheat sheet. So what we're going to do now is, again, using ChatGPT, is get it to write a about section for us. So the about section, and we use what we call a past copywriting framework. So when I say copywriting, what I mean by that is, like I say, persuasive copy, persuasive text that's going to get the reader to take the next action, whatever that is. So it's about just pulling on them, really, and using psychology to pull them in and keep them reading and read the whole thing and take the action that we want them to take, whether that be just reading the next line, or in this instance, we're going to be using that to get people to book into your calendar and book a call with you. So if we go to the cheat sheet again, the prompts cheat sheet. So what we're going to ask it then is we're going to say, write a LinkedIn about section using the past copywriting framework, referring to the problems faced by self-employed accountants that you mentioned above. So the copywriting, the past framework then, what that stands for is present the problem is a P. So using the 3 main problems that we mentioned, that ChatGPT mentioned, start elaborating on each of the problems, pains, fears, frustrations of the niche. And what they're currently going through, the current situation. That's P. A is for agitate the problems and pains. So make them feel the pain and where it's causing them to continue to live in the current state, which is the undesirable situation. It's always, whenever we're doing copy and copywriting, the pain element of it is really important to focus on, because psychologically, as human beings, we're always motivated to move away from pain faster than we are towards pleasure. It's just kind of a survival instinct that's kind of wired into our brains from our ancestor times. So yeah, it's important to really go heavy on the pain element. The S for pass, it stands for solution. So present the solution, outline at a high level how I can help them get to them to desired transformation. Don't go into too much detail. Keep it high level and compel them. And we also want to include a CTA. So the CTA stands for call to action, and that's obviously what we want them to do at the end of this. At the end of reading this copy, is take an action. We call it direct response copywriting, where we want somebody to take an action at the end of it. And the action that we want them to do is to book a 15-minute discovery call. So we're going to copy and paste this whole section here into ChatGPT. So it's quickly come up with obviously the pains included in there. It's disheartening to see a dream home ownership slip away because of the challenges. Again, focusing on the pains and the problems rather than the kind of the pleasure, the desire. And that's the CTA. Let's book a 15-minute discovery call with me today so I can help you take the next step towards your dream home. So that looks good, but what we're going to do is improve that. We can use that if you're happy with that. But another prompt here is to include this tone of voice. This tone of voice is something that I found is quite useful to include. So you can obviously edit that and put whatever tone of voice you want to do it. If you want to do it in a funny tone of voice, it'll do it in a funny tone of voice. But I found these keywords to be quite useful in terms of generating good quality copy. So again, we're going to copy and paste that. Put that into ChatGPT. So again, it's the same content really. It's just put in a different way, which adds a bit more. It's a bit softer, and it's got playful and a bit more quirkier, and yeah, we can use that if you prefer that. There's 2 different versions there, or you can ask it to generate another version. So you can just pick and choose whichever one you want. So I'd obviously take out these P's the P and the A and the S and the CTA, but you just copy and paste that. And what you want to be doing is adding your calendar link in there. If you've not got a Calendly link, then there is some a kind of a training or an instructional on how to set that up in the group. So I can link that below as well. But it's good to have that. It's just a central place for people to book in. That's the aim of the game. At the end of the day, everything that we do is to get people on the phone, really, to book appointments. So we want to have an easy way for people to do that. I'll just quickly copy and paste that, and then just show you where that goes. So that is the About section. So if you scroll down here, if you click the pencil icon, you just copy and paste that in, and obviously, like I said, you paste your calendar link in there as well. So that's how we construct a sales page, a sales copy page for your LinkedIn profile. So just going back to the main cheat sheet here. So now then, we should have built, like I say, the copy for your LinkedIn About section. We've done the headline, we've got the profile picture, we've got the background image. So next step is to create a company page and add your logo. So if you don't already have a company page, you'll want to create one. If you do already have one with a logo attached, then go to step. I think I've messed that up. I'll just go to the next step. Where is it? Go to the next step. So company pages don't matter so much. So they're only going to use that because we can add our logo to a main profile, which makes you more credible and trustworthy. So a company without a logo looks a bit like a scam. So that's pretty much the whole reason why we set up a company page. They don't get much reach, the posts that you put from your company page, and like I say, you are limited on what you can do with them. So we just use everything through your personal page. So to create a company page, and you go small businesses. I'll show you where it is. Obviously, for business. So you just click that, and then create a company page. Select company, and then just obviously fill in the details there. And the key thing is to add your logo, because we want to have that on your profile. So as you can see, I took a screenshot of mine there, so it'll show it there. I'll just show you on my main profile. So it'll have it there in experience. So it's and it has it at the top here as well. There, and the people can click and just make sure, like I say, that you are a trusted kind of business, and you've got a link, a website, and everything, and it just looks, and a logo. If you've not got a logo, then you can just quickly make one on Canva. If you just go to Canva, it's not worth procrastinating over your logo. I don't think. I think a lot of people do that. They spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a logo, and it takes them months, and they've put a lot of energy and effort into that. Where personally, I don't know anybody who's used a company over another because they've got a nice logo. So you can just quickly knock one up. This is how I did mine in Canva. You can just click logo, templates. So there's a load of different templates there that you can use, and just just pick one that you like, edit it, make it your own, and don't spend ages doing it. It should literally take 20 minutes and its job's done. So that's the next step done. So as it says, so we've got that in, and just make sure you've got all that information in there. Include your value statement. I found that included in the title works, so people can see straight away what it is that you do and who you help and how you can help them. And again, add your link to your calendar or Calendly in there, and you can also add a few bits of media in there, links to videos or testimonials that you've got. Also, what we want to be doing next is just making sure that you've got creator mode on. So as you can see there, I've got it on. If you're not sure, you can just Google it and it'll tell you how to switch it on there. Mine's already switched on, so it won't allow me to show you how to switch it on because it's already on. But this will tell you how to do it. Just literally Google turn on LinkedIn creator mode, and it'll tell you what it is there. It's a profile setting that it can help grow and reach your influence on LinkedIn. So you get more reach from it. There are some other benefits, but like I say, if you want to, I'm not going to go into that now. If you want to learn more about it, it'll tell you in here in Google. So we want to make sure that's on. Also, what we want to do is add a link. So you see at the top of the profile, I've got a link there. Mine's a free LinkedIn guide that people can download. It's like a free guide, a lead generation hook, a free guide. If you've not got that, then you're best off just having your Calendly link in there. And again, you can direct people to that on your videos and your content that you put out. You can just say that's going out on LinkedIn. You can just say for free 15-minute discovery chat. Press the link in my bio on LinkedIn and just direct people to it. The other thing we want to do is add this featured section here. So as you can see on mine, I've got a video link to testimonials. So testimonials are good to have on there. So either posts that have done really well, you can kind of feature them in there. But another key thing is to have your, again, your calendar link. So I've got on here, I've just clicked that through to my calendar there. But yeah, you can put a picture. Let me just show you from the start. Let me just put it together. So you click the plus, add a link. So you put your Calendly link in there. Add. You can edit that. I've, like I say, you saw in mine, I've just got a picture of my kids on there, so you can just find an image. And again, I'll just put your value statement in there, putting it as you can help and how you help them. And then I just put book a free 15-minute mortgage discovery. And then just press save and it'll add it there. So you want to add a calendar link, and like I say, testimonials and things work really well there as well. And so once you've done that, that's all the kind of steps. That's the 9 steps. So that's the full optimization. So once we've done that, we've got a polished LinkedIn profile that we can then start to connect with your ideal clients, because it's inviting now to them and it's optimized around them. Once you've done that, obviously, if you want to post a link to your LinkedIn profile in the group, then we can have a look at it and give you any feedback on it. There's a link there to take you to the group to post it. Like I said before, if you want to go into the next kind of part to this, which is to use an automation piece of software and Sales Navigator to initially find the people that you want to find. So let me just give you a quick example here. And just to give you an example as well, as this is one of our clients Usman, who's optimised his, obviously, so he's got a decent looking, inviting, smiling picture on there. Just a plain image, city skyline. He's got on there who he helps and how he helps them. A book your appointment here link. And yeah, and he's posting on here every day. We just literally started this from scratch, and he's got about 2 months ago, and he's got nearly 500 followers already. He's generating leads from this every decent qualified appointments from it. He's posting content that's specific to his niche, which is pharmacists. He's got his about section, which is nailed. This is kind of the link there. It's got the experience section done there. So yeah, that's it. If you want to have a look at either mine or Usman's for some inspiration, really, as to how it should look, then obviously that's you can do that by just searching Usman or myself on LinkedIn. But what I'm just going to quickly show you the next stage of what we do. Like I say, if you want to learn more about the next part of this strategy, then just drop me a message and we can arrange a call to kind of just check to see if the full paid service would be of any use to you, because we cover different strategies, but LinkedIn is a goldmine at the minute, so we're going heavy in that into LinkedIn. But there's other strategies that we include, like obviously we help you establish who your ideal client is firstly, and do a bit of research into those psychological triggers that really kind of make them buy, really, and we can use them in everything that we do to get their attention, really. So what we can do here, what we're going to be doing is, again, in LinkedIn Sales Navigator, is searching for your ideal client. And there's a lot of filters and things that are in the full training that we'll go into to get really specific. And obviously there's 190,000 results there, so we want to nail that down. Obviously geography is a big one, so we just want United Kingdom. And that'll trim that down. We want to get this down to about 1,000. And then we can go connections. This is the first degree connection, people you're already connected. Second degree is people that you've got kind of mutual connections with. So we can go second degree. And industry, for me, obviously, financial services. Company head count, so if we want to nail kind of big corporate, big firms, I can do that. So that's trimmed it right down. And so, like I say, we go into the full, because we use what we call Boolean searches in Sales Navigator, which will really get specific. So just to give you an idea of what we do, we get these lists of people of your ideal client. So once we've made sure that they are our ideal client, by just checking through and making sure that these are all looking good, they're all mortgage brokers. So we'd then take that list and use this automation piece of software which will just automatically connect. It's called ULink, which will automatically connect with these people. Then we can kind of send them a welcome message as well, just making them aware of what it is that you can do and how you can help them, and that's all on an automated basis. And that's the next part of the strategy, which, like I say, is covered in the full program. But we teach you how to use Sales Navigator. We'll teach you how to use this piece of software, this automation software. We also go into content strategy, showing you what to post and when, and give you some actions really as to what to kind of nail every day, really, because it is worth giving it some attention every day. It doesn't need to be long, half an hour a day, and it will reap rewards. It's all about prioritising the things that really move the needle in your business, and this really will. So like I say, if you want to have a chat about that, just let me know, or you can obviously book in to my Calendly link. But yeah, that's this training done. So like I said, if you want complete these steps and post in the group your profile, then we'll feed you back on it. But yeah, appreciate your time, and yeah, have a good day. Thank you.